The leading military and economic power of the world, a bastion of democracy, freedom and the right way of life, is once again testing the resilience of its political system. No other country in the world can replicate the unique principles embedded in the foundation of the state. Even the format of candidate debates for the highest office in this land differs markedly from those in other democracies around the world. On the night of June 28th in Atlanta, Georgia, the United States, debates were held between the current and former presidents of the United States. The Biden-Trump confrontation is reminiscent of the War of the Roses in England, which lasted from 1455 to 1485. This impression is the result of the endless confrontation between the two presidents, which has now entered a new and even more intense phase. The main prize at stake is the Oval Office in the White House. The debates took place before the formal nomination of both candidates for the highest state office, which is scheduled to occur at the party convention in July and August. This is understandable, as besides the aforementioned figures, no other contenders are visible on the horizon. Additionally, for the first time since 1960, there were no spectators in the hall, and the microphones for Biden and Trump were only turned on when it was their turn to speak. A unique feature of this campaign is the confrontation between the two oldest politicians in the United States history, the 81-year-old Biden, who seemed lost in his responses, and the 78-year-old Trump, who appeared quite vigorous and well in control of the situation. This is evident from the following passage. Joe Biden: "Look at what Trump did with Ukraine." This guy told Trump, presumably referring to Putin, "Do whatever you want." Most observers noted that Biden began the debates with a hoarse, cracked voice and disjointed, incoherent answers that were difficult to follow. He lost his train of thought several times, confused facts, and struggled to finish sentences clearly. Biden stumbled in his response to the first question. Both candidates addressed immigration policy, the United States economy, and the Middle East war. Speaking about support for Israel, Trump called Biden a very bad Palestinian. He also labeled his opponent the Manchurian candidate, accusing him of receiving money from China. Biden was criticized for his Ukraine policy, with Trump emphasizing that such a problem would never have arisen under his watch, which is absolutely true. Biden, the former president, said, allocated $200 billion or more to Ukraine. This is an enormous sum, and I don't think anything like this has ever happened. We should not have spent the money. It should not have happened. Biden's policy is so bad that it will lead us to World War III. Neither Kim Jong-un, Xi Jinping, nor Putin respect him. They don't fear him. They have nothing in common with this gentleman, and he will lead us to World War III. The outcome of the debates was catastrophic for the Democrats. There has never been a weaker president in the United States history than Biden. According to a quick poll conducted by CNN, which organized the Battle of the Titans, 67% of respondents recognized Trump as the winner. Biden seemed convincing to only 33% of viewers. After the failed debates, persistent rumors emerged that the Democratic Party leadership was considering replacing their presidential candidate. As Reuters reports, campaign donors were shocked by Biden's disastrous performance, which is a very alarming signal. Business people are not used to investing in dubious ventures. Fundraising will dry up after these debates, predicted one sponsor's money follows enthusiasm. I will keep fundraising if someone can seriously say donate to elect Joe. What else can we do? There is no choice, writes Reuters. However, this is a last resort. The mere fact that major democratic publications are raising the issue of replacing the main candidate indicates a political order from the ruling party trying to convey to United States citizens their concern about what's happening and their readiness, if necessary, to take extreme measures in the interests of voters. Historically, it's atypical for Democrats to publicly disclose internal party doubts, as they are known for strict party discipline. The current situation could remain unsolved for 2 weeks or 2 months, as it cannot be quickly resolved. Biden's effective defeat has activated the intra-party opposition, especially its radical left wing. The intensifying power struggle within the Democrat elite will determine not only who becomes the presidential candidate, but also which team comes with them. It should be noted that replacing the Democratic candidate is only possible if Biden voluntarily withdraws from the race. In this case, the party faces a choice: replace the entire presidential administration, meaning persuading not only Biden but also a significant number of influential figures to step aside, or keep everything as it is and go all the way with the old man. In any case, a poor start to the presidential race will haunt any possible candidate from the ruling party. If Biden agrees to step down, the Democrats cannot ignore the first black female vice president, given their strong positions among African American voters. The only problem with Harris is her unpopularity among the public, comparable only to Biden's. Another likely Democratic candidate is the highly respected Kentucky Governor Andy Bashar. Next in line is Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, often described as nearly perfect. United States Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg is also a significant figure. Following them are the governors of Pennsylvania, Colorado, and California, Joshua Shapiro, Gerald Polis, and Gavin Newsom, as well as Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock. Another seriously considered candidate is Illinois Governor G.B. Pritzker, who has been leading the state for over 5 years. Pritzker is an American entrepreneur from a wealthy Jewish family that owns the Hyatt hotel chain. Additionally, his sister Penny was United States Secretary of Commerce under President Barack Obama. Among the potential candidates is also former First Lady Michelle Obama. Rounding out the solid list are Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar and Kentucky Governor Andy Bashar. The most obvious and promoted candidate is Robert Francis Kennedy Jr., who after the debate started that Biden's weakness is evident. Another possible candidate is Hillary Clinton, who once lost to Donald Trump, but this is more in the realm of fantasy.